Hello again, it's Raya Alexander from the Parsons ELAB, and I'm here to just walk you through how we have designed this challenge. So welcome again. This is an intro to the design-led innovation process and how we've designed this sprint with Citi for Equity and Inclusion Challenge. So I have a feeling a lot of you are familiar with this infographic. It's pretty ubiquitous and out there when referencing the design thinking process. It runs in phases linearly, then iteratively, meaning we go around and round. And it starts with discovery, then brainstorming and prototyping, and around again, each time as we learn and test with our users. This diagram is a Venn diagram, and it shows innovation happens at the intersection or the sweet spot when a solution is desirable, viable, and feasible, thus making it memorable. The design thinking process addresses the human side of the equation. When applying the design process, it always begins and ends with the human experience. Many methods and tools are developed and used by innovation strategists within each bucket of the process. Similar to the diagrams prior, you can see we first uncover or explore through research methods. Then we synthesize our insights and then brainstorm ideas. We'll leave the implementation to CitiVentures, but we want to stay really open during research and then home in or converge during synthesis, then open back up again or diverge during brainstorming before landing on a solution. The human-centered design process is really important to understand sort of the meta, the overall arching principles. So we really want to learn, and we learn best through experiencing, observing, questioning, sharing. So that is a big part of human-centered design, is this interactive and action-based research. We gain empathy and insights, which sparks our imagination by bringing stakeholders together at the table, and remember to be mindful of biases. We bring people together primarily to co-create, working with our users and the other stakeholders in the ecosystem. It gains buy-in and deeper understanding. And we then experiment and test to find the perfect scenarios that are, again, viable, feasible, and desirable, and most importantly, memorable. So now it's time to do some workshopping. We have designed this sprint to take about 12 hours or so total, give or take, over the course of the 5 days. Now, the first phase, this is exploration. Again, if you remember and go back to the first diagrams, exploration is really where you're going to apply some of the design-led research methods and human-centered design. And this is really getting out and talking to people. Ethnographic research is getting under people's skin and really finding out what makes them tick. In this project, you're going to be wanting to find out what are people struggling with while seeking jobs, while building their careers, staying up to date with their skills, or growing their earnings and wages. You'll want to observe, listen, couple that with some desk research, and then use some of the tools and templates we've provided you in Mural to make some sense of the data. In phase 2, it's the synthesis phase. We have a picture here of Mural because we're collaborating virtually these days, and this is an awesome tool to have you and your team members collaborating simultaneously. and virtually. So once you've gathered a fair amount of information, you'll want to synthesize all of your ideas and bring your team together to discuss in depth where you think the pain points are, which you can then turn into design opportunities. We've created Mural to prompt you, and we've loaded it with some templates of personas or journey maps and so on, and these will help you to discover some of those missing opportunities. Phase 3 is the ideation and brainstorming phase. So once you've categorized your problem areas and turned them into design prompts of your own, you can use a dot vote technique, which is pretty simple. It's just each of the team members will vote on the ideas they want to move forward or the design prompts that you will then take into your brainstorming phase. You'll want to follow these simple rules so that you're not stymieing yourselves. The brainstorming rules of the game are pretty simple. We take cues from improv. So if anybody has done comedy out there, you're probably going to be really good at this. We use the yes and prompt. So we build on each other's ideas. We defer judgment. We go for volume. We try to be visual and draw things out. Use headlines, meaning don't write 3 or 4 paragraphs on a little sticky. Just the bold headlines of what you're talking about. Stay on topic. Work as a team, and encourage wild ideas. A few methods that I like to use also are Franken Ideation, where you mash up disparate ideas from opposite areas and to help sort of stimulate and foster really innovative and out there solutions. Or you can look at other sectors for success and apply those, sort of analogous inspiration, if you will. Next, you'll want to plot your ideas on a value horizon matrix. It's important to have a sense of how your ideas that you've generated address significant customer problems, leverage groundbreaking opportunities, or offer a radically new and highly valuable product experience. This exercise will give you an opportunity to discuss goal alignment, give a sense of which ideas might provide the highest value to customers and which ones to take into prototyping and testing. And so you can plot your ideas. You can use Post-its. You can use this in Mural. And along the x-axis, you see that you have low-hanging fruit or big, bold ideas. And on the y-axis, low and high customer value. In the 4 quadrants, they represent the quality of your solution. So, for example, at the top right, the ideas that are most disruptive and have the most disruptive potential would be placed there. And to the left, within the high value but easy to implement, is the experience evolution quadrant. So, phase 4. I venture to say this is probably one of the most important phases, arguably. Telling stories and selling ideas is extremely valuable. So here you're going to want to double down and tell us the problem or the pain points you wanted to solve. Walk us through your solution, show us how you got there through your design research. Remember to be compelling, innovative, and try to stand out. Most importantly, and let's not forget, we really want to have fun. It always shows in your work if you're having fun and if you're in a flow state. So remember to enjoy the process, and we will see you in a few days. Don't get discouraged. Remember, the design process and the creative process is messy, it's iterative, and sometimes it can be confusing or frustrating. But you come out on the other end with something really wonderful that you're going to want to share with us all. So good luck, and we'll see you soon.